The proverb is familiar to us all. There's no smoke without fire. We hear it often. It slips easily into conversation. The literal meaning is quite straightforward, isn't it? If you see smoke billowing into the sky, it's a strong sign. It tells you that somewhere something is burning, a fire is present, creating that visible plume. This basic observation about the physical world forms the bedrock of the saying. It connects a clear sign, smoke, to its almost inevitable source, fire. This idea isn't new, it's an ancient piece of wisdom, really. Versions of this proverb exist in many cultures. They have existed for centuries. It seems to be a universal human observation. People long ago noticed this connection. Smoke meant fire. An effect pointed to a cause. This was practical knowledge. It helped people understand their environment. It helped them react to potential danger. The saying captured a fundamental truth about how the world often works, plain and simple. But then the meaning began to shift. It moved from the literal to the metaphorical. No smoke without fire started to mean something else. It became about human affairs. It became about secrets and suspicions. If there was a rumor, a whisper of wrongdoing, that was the smoke. And the proverb suggested that there must be some truth, some fire hidden beneath. It became a way to hint at problems. It suggested guilt before any real proof had surfaced for everyone to see. The proverb's appeal is strong. It feels like common sense, doesn't it? It seems logical. If people are talking, something must be up. But this is where it gets tricky. Human lives are not simple campfires. Reputations are delicate things. Applying this common sense to people can be dangerous. It can lead us down a path where suspicion alone feels like enough. It can make us forget to ask for actual concrete evidence before we start to believe the worst. In everyday life, the proverb pops up constantly. Someone hears a bit of gossip, a colleague is acting strangely, a neighbor receives unusual visitors. Well, someone will say there's no smoke without fire. It's a quick way to validate a suspicion. It lends weight to the rumor. It suggests that even if the full story isn't known, there's likely something to it. It's a verbal nudge towards believing the worst, or at least believing is amiss. This happens in workplaces, in schools, and within communities. The media also plays a significant role here. Allegations surface about a public figure. Perhaps an anonymous source makes a claim. Journalists might report on this smoke. They might do so carefully, stating their only allegations. But once the story is out, the proverb takes hold in the public mind. People start to think there must be something to it. The sheer existence of the accusation becomes, for some, a form of evidence in itself. The line between reporting suspicion and confirming guilt can become very blurred. This reliance on the proverb taps into a basic human desire. We are pattern-seeking creatures. We want explanations for things that seem unusual or troubling. A rumor, the smoke, makes us uncomfortable. We instinctively search for the fire, the underlying cause. It's a cognitive shortcut, a quick way to make sense of a confusing situation. It feels more satisfying to believe there's a hidden truth than to accept uncertainty. This is a natural tendency, but it can be very misleading. Sometimes this proverb is used more deliberately. People in positions of power might subtly use it. They might hint at impropriety concerning an opponent or a critic. They don't need to provide proof, they just need to create enough smoke. The proverb then does the heavy lifting for them. It helps to tarnish a reputation. It sows seeds of doubt in the public consciousness. The insinuation alone can be incredibly damaging, even if the fire is entirely non-existent or fabricated for effect. The most serious problem with this proverb is clear. It encourages judgment before proof. This goes against a fundamental principle of fairness. Think of innocent until proven guilty. Our justice systems are ideally built on this. Yet no smoke without fire whispers the opposite. It tells us to assume there's some guilt. It suggests that the very presence of an accusation means something is wrong. This is a dangerous reversal of how justice should work. It puts the accused on the back foot immediately. For individuals, the consequences can be devastating. Imagine being the subject of a rumor. Your reputation, built over years, can be damaged quickly. Your career might suffer. Friendships can become strained. You might face social isolation. All of this can happen because of smoke, because of allegations or suspicions that haven't been proven. The proverb validates this rush to judgment. It makes it harder for the innocent to clear their names. The stain of suspicion can be very difficult to remove completely. This belief also fuels the spread of gossip and misinformation. If people widely accept that rumors usually contain truth, they are more likely to share them. They become less critical of what they hear. False stories can travel rapidly, especially in the age of social media. The internet acts as an amplifier for this smoke. A baseless claim can reach thousands, even millions, in a very short time. Correcting the record becomes an enormous challenge once the fire of public opinion has been lit by mere smoke. The psychological impact on those falsely accused is immense. Living under a cloud of suspicion is incredibly stressful. Knowing that people might believe you are guilty simply because a rumor exists is deeply damaging. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a profound sense of injustice. It creates a climate of fear and distrust. If anyone can be condemned by smoke, then who is truly safe from baseless accusations and their painful, lingering aftermath? History offers many sad examples of this proverb's harm. Consider the witch trials centuries ago. Mere accusations, often born of fear or malice, were the smoke. This was enough to lead to persecution and death. There was no real fire, just suspicion and hysteria. More recently, think of public figures shamed online. An unverified claim can go viral. The smoke of online outrage builds. Even if later proven false, the damage to their life and career is already done. These situations show the proverb's destructive power. Imagine a workplace scenario. An employee is accused of misconduct. Perhaps it's an anonymous complaint. This is the smoke. Colleagues start to whisper. Management might become wary. Even if a thorough investigation later clears the employee, that initial suspicion can linger. Promotions might be missed. Trust might be eroded. The no smoke without fire mindset means that even when the fire is proven non-existent, some will still remember the smoke and doubt the complete absence of any wrongdoing. This is why due process is so vitally important. We need robust systems that rely on evidence, not on hearsay or public opinion. Investigations into any claim must be fair and thorough. Judgments, whether in a court of law or in the court of public opinion, should be based on verifiable facts. We must actively resist the urge to condemn based on the mere presence of smoke. This requires patience and a commitment to uncovering the truth, whatever it may be. Ultimately, we must all practice critical thinking. We need to question this age-old proverb. Is there no smoke without fire in every single case? Or can smoke be manufactured? Can it be a misunderstanding? Can it be a deliberate attempt to mislead? Fairness and justice depend on our ability to look beyond the initial haze. We must demand actual proof before we decide there's a fire. Protecting the innocent and ensuring a just society means valuing evidence far above the allure of a simple but often wrong saying.